reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Detroit Lions and the New York Jets. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium.
Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Off the play fake. Here's Corral.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
First carry now for the LSU alum, Ty Davis-Price.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Fakes a handoff here. Corral.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they have their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he'll have a Jets first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. The Jets at 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They go play action. Winston. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Jets use the early turnover to get on the board first here this one.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Isabella now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On second down and 4, Corral
Flushed out right. Open man here is Conklin. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
Here's Corral on first down.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Robert Spillane able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Corral lost it. The ball is out.
And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Tackle there by Michael Pierce. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And this one complete to Smith. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and now we've got a 3rd and 4.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Here's Corral.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
Ready? Check, pick your phone, Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G. Jim.
On second down, there's the option going left. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfect.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Corral looking to pass, 2nd down.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
Robert Spillane.
Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Third and long, Corral.
And incomplete on the deep ball. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The kick by Fairbairn is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Winston to throw it this time. Going deep this time for Miller. And got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Scotty Miller, 64 yards.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Isabella now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Play action here. Corral.
Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So he's 3 for
7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing you.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. On the return, here's Agnew. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any.
There he goes, right side. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Bryce Perkins, 68 yards. And the Jets are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Zerline good with a PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Isabella now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On the play fake, Corral rolling to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Devon Kennard. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Meanwhile, Corral's throw taken in here by Chase. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now Corral.
He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Ty Davis-Price, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will cut the lead down to 15.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
And everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Off the play fake, Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
59 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. On 1st down, Corral.
And it'll be intercepted.
Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Jamal Agnew, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Isabella now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Corral is intercepted again. That's number 3. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Grant.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Third and short yardage. Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Lions are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's Winston completing a quick throw out wide. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
He's got room at the 30. Big strides. Look at him go. Touchdown.
Jameis Winston with his fourth touchdown pass of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Now Zerline on and the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the 6.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down.
Corral lost it. The ball is out.
And it's scooped up by the Jets. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Isabella not going to risk a return here, and they'll start at the 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. On third down, Corral.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Let's get up.
Going for it on fourth down, Corral.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On second down, Swift.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here's Swift.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
DeAndre Swift
with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Jets get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Myles Garrett gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead and the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game